What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Yaminah. Welcome to the Red Light Special Live. Wednesday's hump day. We're making it a fun day. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. You know, we talk about pop culture, what's going on in the news, as well as relationship tips and all that sass and all them things. You know, we are in May. But before I get all into everything else, like you guys know, I always got to bring in my co-host. So let me bring in my co-host. We have Miss Girl, the Queen, Trina, be real.
What you doing, boo? What you doing? You should see I'm up here in my fun day Sunday in the middle of my bed day. Okay.
But it's Wednesday, girl. Remember
I
Wednesday?
know that's what I say. Fun day Wednesday. You got a hump day.
Yeah. You look cute though. Then we got Apollo Sadiq. What's good, boo?
What's going on? How you doing? How ladies? Looking gorgeous.
Hey. So how's everybody been feeling today? I mean, we are in like May. May has like shot through, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't had time to really register that May is over already. Like I go into June in a couple of weeks. Wasn't like less than a week, right?
Right. Yeah.
So, but it's a lot. May has been filled with a lot. I think May has been filled with a lot of shootings. Right? Like I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I'm an alert. My alert. I know you say something about our moon is in something.
Oh yeah, we had a solar eclipse. Sorry, lunar eclipse. That was earlier, like mid-May. We had it a week ago, and we're also in Mercury retrograde. So emotions, intensities, and change and transformations, things coming to an end. And
I'm just chilling with Pac. You know, me and Pac been having conversations. You know what I'm saying? So I've been pocking it up. Every time I find a Pac shirt, Pac hat, I'm like, Pac, talk to me.
Pac talking to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pac. Yeah, always shout out to the ancestor. He's one of our ancestors now. You know what I mean? Oh, but shout out to Mr. Apollo Sadiq. He hooked the girl up with I did a hosting gig for a fashion show. Shout out to Lucrative. And
congrats, guys.
Yanni. Apollo was directing the models. He made sure that all of that was on point. So
congratulations, guys.
Thank you. Yeah, Yaminah killed it. She did awesome hosting on the mic. Like she definitely gave the energy and the vibe that was definitely needed. Like for real. Like yeah, so you did an amazing job yesterday.
Thank you, Apollo. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you always looking out for a girl. You know, that's what I like. You know, we be looking out for each other. You know what I mean? Just like I said.
Yeah, always.
That's what I can't wait to bring you guys here to like I said, to get onto this retreat that I'm looking for and I'm excited. The move your body movement retreat.
Well, I've been seeing you posting on your Instagram, girl. You've been doing these dance videos and you was on the post.
I'm getting ready so that I can be at the retreat with you guys. But you know, I'm starting to loosen up. And I think the first part of dancing for anyone is to let go of judgment. Just move and how you move, because how you move is how you're supposed to move.
Yep.
Until you find your groove.
Exactly.
True.
Ow. Yes.
Move. You know, I've missed the early 2000s. That's when the music I feel was like. That was like my prime days in the club.
Well, I love New York because New York has like such a street vibe for dancing.
Yeah, it does.
Like you can go to Brooklyn at one of these street festivals and just see people dancing in the street, finding their own rhythm, their own beat. They don't care where they come from. They just happen to be alive and doing what they do. And so it's definitely like, especially Brooklyn. Brooklyn has a very big dance party. Party. They always block partying in Brooklyn.
Oh yeah, Brooklyn be Best Eye, all of that. Peaches and Brew, they be having like especially over there, Brew, they's having the block party, and over there at the Restoration Center. So you know, we'll be jumping in the summertime. Woo woo.
Yes.
They jumping on the West Coast too. You know what I mean? Everybody's like coming out, doing, you know, driving cars fast. You know how they do traffic.
LA is, let me just say one thing about y'all traffic. I'll never understand it. I just know that at some point of the day, it gets very tight from people trying to go from one side to another, and people don't want to let people over, and then it gets very funky and crowded. And then you have your people driving along the sideline to speed past those people. So it's just a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Like going from one place in LA to another, you got to have it planned out because you do not want to waste your time or your gas getting caught up into it. And then it seems that y'all know the traffic's like, when to go and when not to go.
Yeah, and like somewhere that could be 15 minutes with no traffic could take you 45 minutes to an hour.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And that's the crazy part, depending on what part of LA you're in. And even with New York, like I don't drive in New York, but I drive those little cars when it was popular. I drove those. But I don't like driving in New York technically. I like getting me an Uber and my Uber just, smashing through the street, But New York traffic be on 10 too.
They do. It's just like I said, it's just the same way you said. On certain times of the day, traffic is 15 minutes. But if you go when it's rush hour, it could take you 45 to an hour.
Mm-hmm.
But then you take that same trip after rush hour, it might take you 10, 15 minutes. So
yep.
I think any big metropolitan city is going to have like traffic issues at certain parts of the day.
Yeah, definitely.
Because everybody's trying to get somewhere.
And the pollution and all of that goes
We finally got hot days here. I know y'all have had summer days in LA for a while. Well, it just got hot here, and so you could imagine what
I know.
Looked like. I mean, you would have thought it was the 4th of July, the way everybody was buying grills and shopping for bathing suits, because we had our first 92 days of 90 degrees, right? And so the picnics started happening, and the bathing suits came out. People at the beach. So traffic was crazy going in those directions.
Right.
Yeah, we ain't made it just there yet over here.
It's been there was some cold nights. It was warm and it was hot.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's weird.
It doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't affect me as much as it does like people in LA because I've lived in New York so long, even though I'm from LA, just like people in LA when it gets a little cold, they're like, "Ooh, I'm gonna like kind of chill over here," But I'm like, "This ain't cold. I'm out."
Okay.
I don't be out like that. But if I wanted to be out, the weather wouldn't keep me from.
Well, yeah, no, we didn't have. It'd be 70 degrees this day, and then be 40 degrees the next day.
Yeah.
Like you really don't know when to put your sweater away here just yet. Like right now, it was hot in the daytime, but I was able to cut my air off and just have the fan on.
Oh yeah. Well, we want to congratulate Rihanna and A$AP Rocky for having their baby boy.
Yeah.
I heard they was moving to Barbados so they could raise their baby over there. And
that makes sense. I mean, she has a lot of family there. Her mother's there. She owns pretty much not even a mansion. She owns a block house. Her house is like a neighborhood block.
Right.
So she'll have enough help and hands, and she won't have to worry about so many paparazzis there, right? Because she'll have more control of the environment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like I can't wait till they show the baby. I know the baby is too cute. For some reason, I thought she was going to have a girl, but healthy baby doesn't matter. Boy or girl, as long as the baby's healthy, it's good and they happy.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So congratulations to Rihanna and A$AP Rocky.
Congrats.
Rihanna looked really good during her pregnancy. I don't remember anyone showing off their belly as much as she did. Like,
listen, she owned up on that. She was like, "Listen, if this is it, this is how I'm gonna let y'all see it. I'm gonna make it fashionable." Like they made a statue at her from the Met Gala. That's how fly you are. Like that's how you know. Like can't nobody tell me nothing. People want to be on the Beehive. I'm saying Bay is cool, but I'm a Rehab. If it's a Rehab, I'm on the Rehab. Yeah. Because she was such an underdog in the beginning when she first came out. Everybody was talking about her forehead. I just always thought she was cool. I thought she was cute. I thought she was different coming from Barbados. But I also felt like she got caught up into that whole because there was an issue at one point where everybody thought she was Jade's girl. It was like a whole big thing at one point. Like, what's really going on?
Right.
But I think she surpassed that and really found her own lane.
Yeah.
And she found her voice. Like I've watched Rihanna grow into a woman and like really be like this big like person that is about change, not just for herself, but just in the way she sees the world. Right.
Right.
And she uses her money to like kind of facilitate that. Not to say Beyonce and them don't. I'm not saying they don't.
Right.
I don't want my Beehive people, but this isn't at me. But what I'm saying is that when I look at Rihanna and I look at what she's done as a young woman, right? Um, and she stayed consistent with her brand. Like
Yes.
she's like, I'm not making no music if it ain't gonna be something about what I feel that represents me. She's not just making music, right?
Right.
She took on the entrepreneur said and said, if I don't never make another record, y'all got some of the best music that y'all can go back to that are classics, that are hits,
Yeah, for real.
that talk to your soul and not just selling like a moment in time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's how I look at it. Like I'm not saying Beyonce does. I just felt like at some point she got commercial. Beyonce kind of got caught up with, you know what I mean? Like whatever the trend was. And you know what I mean? Like we went to blackness, then she went to Africa. Like it was just too trendy for me.
Mm.
Right? When I see Rihanna, I just think she stayed to who she was and she just only grew into more of the woman, the sexual being, the accepting being of all, right? And making you see people for beauty that you probably would have never looked at. She even got some fat people, she even got some black people, she even got some disshaped people, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
really put them in a place where they probably would have never had a voice.
Mm-hmm.
Rihanna's a bad gal.
Yeah.
All right, girl. I saw you, girl. You did your thing, ma. And you know, people gonna have to be biased, right? Because that's the world we live in. People want to give credit, but I gotta give credit to the people. Like I feel like even Cardi B is like the underdog that just keep giving back and growing to be more of what the world needs to see, right? Like she started out real vulgar, right? But that's who she was, right? She came from having to hold her way through, right?
Right.
Talks about it like she's really detailed, but the
Right.
fact that she overcame that, right, and still can find the good in the world and still to be who she needs to be. Like there'll only be one Cardi B. Like these motherfuckers can try, like Suki. You get people coming afterwards and try to do the shit, but it'd be like, man.
Did you see that video? Are you talking about Sukiana or
Suki the goat, whatever the fuck her name is.
I'm
Yeah,
going to go first.
And she was saying so much. Someone stole her.
Oh yeah.
Imitated her to put that on Instagram, and I was like, whoa.
She's so funny.
She's funny.
Suki's a mess. She's just a mess. She's funny though. She's funny as hell.
She's funny in her own way for the Miami version of what that's supposed to be, right? But it's that sometimes, like when she first came out, she was so low budget. It was just like straight stripper whore sucking dick. It was like you couldn't see nothing past that, right? And then somewhere, somehow, somebody picked her up and said, "Hey, let's make it more of something that's tameable, right?"
Yeah.
But she's still not like I said, it's only one Cardi B, right? So if I'm gonna do vulgar, I'm gonna listen to Cardi vulgar before I go listen to this little girl.
Yeah.
Just because it's like, yeah, it's like, all right, you've been through a lot. You already told everybody you've been through a lot.
If you think about all the Florida rapper girls, they're all nasty. Trina, City Girls, Kaya, yeah, Suki, a few other ones. Jackie O.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like it all came from like some real pimp hoe shit.
Well, did y'all see that? I know we talked about the billboards last week, but JT, they was talking about JT because her poom poom was hanging out of her skirt.
Yeah.
Her panties, her panties, her skirt was raised all up. It's just the side of her lip that was sticking out. And I went on Twitter and watched it, but she just had an interview, and she was saying that she didn't even realize it. And I guess Megan Thee Stallion told her, like, girl, your whole stuff was out. But she was trying to tell her from the stage, but she didn't look down. You know what I mean? But she was talking about that. And I was like, I'm happy that she, cleared that up because she didn't know. But it was one of those moments. That was a moment. So let's get on to some more serious stuff, y'all. So, Russia just put a ban, okay? Then 963 Americans, including Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and also some celebrities, including Morgan Freeman, because of their stand against the Russians having sanctuary, so they banned them. And then, there's been so many things happening. They just attacked Ukraine again. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. And I think that's the problem, that there's so much going on in the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We just like to stand light from that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there is so much going on. How do we as a people? There's a food shortage. Food is going up. Tremendous. Like I saw eggs the other day. Goddamn, then $10.
What? Organic?
I don't know what the fuck they was. When I saw $10, I looked the other way because I said, "Well, shit,
Yeah.
that egg, I don't need it. Whatever it is, I ain't fucking with it. I'm gonna move on over here to the $5 egg."
Right.
Okay.
Right, but it's still eggs are going up. Eggs used to be $2.99, $3.99, $1. Like eggs are going up. So we need to really pay attention to that, people. Like we can't stress alone why they keep us in a mindset to being confused to what to pay attention to, right? Like, why are we even arguing about Roe versus Wade? Like, how the fuck can a man have, you know what I mean? So the things that they have put a distraction on to make us like be in this one square, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they give us the Billboard Awards, and then they give us this award, and they give us all these award shows, and you ain't and this award going on outside.
Yeah.
You know, no man is safe. Whether you over in Ukraine or you on a motherfucking train, no one is safe right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you could be walking down the street, little girl got shot, niggas riding on a moped, 15 years old. Like we are in a siege right now in New York City, and there's no control. New mayor talking about he helped gun control. How and when? When it's like we march when Tavon Martin got shot. We march when we saw a man get murdered on TV. We should be marching that people are getting shot every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like we really gotta like some accountability somewhere. Like when does it? Because the police can't do it by themselves. Somebody sees something.
Yeah.
They got the cameras when they want the cameras on some bullshit. Where the cameras at when some real shit happening? Why we can't see somebody getting shot when the cameras, but you can always see some shit you don't need to see.
Mm-hmm.
So how does the government really work, right? The feds can come in when they feel like it's somebody with a RICO conspiracy, but y'all don't see all these people killing people. I don't know.
Just go on Twitter, Instagram, and see all of this, and it's like right in front of our face. Before we could just see it on the news.
Yeah.
11 happened. It was the morning news, but now you can turn on your, it could be 7:00 in the morning. You turn over your phone and you see something going off. You see shooting. You see violence, and it's kids are doing this too. So I know this is traumatizing for their mental health. Everyone's mental health, really.
Just anybody, like you can't. The old lady got pushed. Okay, in New York City, she was a singer. She was a choir. I don't know if y'all heard about it. She was a vocal trainer. Now somebody, it looked like her, then pushed her. Luckily, it wasn't us. Okay, but the lady dead. Like somebody might have whoever this young lady was. She might have had a bad fucking day. Right. And this old lady was in her way. She decided to push the old lady. Didn't know that she was gonna push her, and like the lady gonna hit her head. But now she dead.
Mm-hmm.
The depression that's going on and mental illness that's real right now in this world that people are not like dealing with, and we want to just keep like passing off the buck. Right. And now there are more organizations every day talking about like my organization is kind of like there are everyday people trying to like, okay, we need more organizations that are centered around mental illness.
Yeah.
Because that's nothing else we can do. Like the war, we don't even know why Russia is so upset. We know that they're mad at Ukraine, but what does that have to do with America? America got a war right now with rules and regulations that's being overturned, and they're not even having real reasons to overturn them. Besides, new people are in policy.
Yeah.
The world right now, and people are going to be desensitized. They're going to just like close it up and go about their business, especially in New York. It's like you're in your own little painting, your own world, and it's like you hear the news, you know what's going on, but you just got to keep it pushing. And over on the West Coast, it's like everybody's driving. That same antsiness is in the way people are driving. You know what I mean? Like, I just know just driving over here is just like the freeway. You got to really be alert about what's going on around you. And with the energy that's going on in the atmosphere, we have to stay alert. That's important.
Mm-hmm.
But, on top of the war that's going on, all over or, just in the world, we have this situation out here in the States. We have YSL rapper Gunna, who was denied bond. The judge denied his bond for that RICO charge. So his court trial is not going to start until January 2023. And this whole situation with them has been, it's been pretty interesting. I'm pretty interested to see what's going to happen with this. And are they going to play it how they're playing Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's case? Is it going to be the same thing when they go to trial? We're going to be able to go on Twitter and watch it because this is a serious situation.
Yeah.
And I know someone's baby mother was murdered at a bowling alley. I think it was Young Thug's baby mother. And this whole RICO charges, a lot of people are, going down for this. And wow.
Yeah, it's a lot with that situation, and you just never know because I always find it interesting how whenever other communities have big things going on, it's like you're arrested and then you're in court 2 days later, but yet we can't seem to get any of these politicians that were part of the insurrection to even answer a subpoena. And it's over a year.
Yeah.
It's been a year and 5 months, and for some reason, there's no court dates set. We can't get them in court. But whenever it's us, it's almost immediate. Like they waste no time, no bail, no put up bond, no nothing. So that's how I just wonder. I'd be like, how do things happen so fast when it comes to these type of things? But when everyone else is like the foot is being drugged,
right?
So for so long that the foot's almost about to rip off. It's being dragged for so long. You know what I'm saying? So I just always find that to be very interesting because yeah. And it'll be a different story when it comes down to money because these rappers got plenty of money. So it ain't about the money. It ain't about the money. You know what I'm saying?
So that's like why see things like that street shit. I pay attention to what's going on, but then it'd be like all this other shit, that be going on with that, and you just think what's really going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but my point is this. This is where I have a problem with all of them, right? Because nobody's thinking. I don't know if it's like there's a whole squad designed to study hip hop. The hip hop police is real. There's not something that's just made up. So all the shit they be posting online and writing in rap songs and thinking nobody's investigating these lyrics and seeing does this add up to something else that add up to, I don't know why they don't. It's been proven from Tupac to Biggie that these people have been involved and around in this type of situation. So for you to think that they don't stop watching you because you got a lot of money, they watching you even more because you got a lot of money.
Right.
And they want to know what else you doing with the money.
Right.
I'm on live. My daughter's like, who are you talking about? I'm like, I'm on live.
Yeah.
And so the reality of that is that, no matter where you get into as a system, right? Like you're not being smart. Whoever your advisors, management team is, whoever you got, this whole drill music shit.
Right.
It's already coming to, people have been calling it out already with so much death, and it has not really done anything for what the hip hop industry was meant to do, right?
Right.
It's taking something that once was meant to be rewarded or to give us life or just flexibility, is steaming not to go that way because you're dying younger and faster. Like most of these rap artists are not making a second or third album.
Right.
They're not here to do it. You got dope rappers right now, like what Lil Vaughn and all of them, like they were just getting hot.
I know some of their albums didn't even come out till after they died.
Right.
Right. Like what's his name from Brooklyn? What's his name? The kid
the Whoa.
Whoa, exactly. So half of them we only have memories of
Pop Smoke.
Right. So we only have memories of who they could have been.
Mm-hmm.
And so their lifespan ain't even living like how our rappers at least got a couple albums out.
Right.
So it just shows you the lifespan of that music.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And then they all seem to sound like because of whatever they think is the sound of now.
Yep. Just even when that situation happened with that one what's that rapper's name? I know these rappers' names. What's his name? 6ix9ine. when all that stuff happened with 6ix9ine and his whole crew got arrested and all that kind of stuff. That was, he got out, and then it's like who's snitching? What's going to happen next with that? You know what I mean? I heard some updates about Nipsey. Well, it's not Nipsey Hussle's trial, but Eric Holder's on trial, and I think there was a court date set for him, I believe in June. So there's all these things that's happening, in the court system, but also it's also, like you mentioned before, it's distracting us from this other shit that's going on. Now they're talking about, well, I know this has been around for a while, the monkeypox. They over here trying to do this vaccine for the monkeypox. So we over here, like, we got the Johnny Depp, and we got the Young Thug and the Gunna, and then we got the stuff going on in overseas and stuff.
What's in the monkeypox vaccine, first of all? Monkeypox? You think I'm gonna let a nigga shoot monkeypox in me? I'm just gonna be real motherfucking clear with y'all right motherfucking now on motherfucking table, okay? This is the red table TV. Red light district. Ain't no way in motherfucking hell. It was already fucking suspect. I let you shoot this motherfucking COVID in me. But I be damned if I'm gonna see what the monkeypox do.
Okay.
The monkeypox already sound fucked up. The monkeypox already sound like you gonna be walking around this bitch like a monkey or doing monkey shit. Monkey see, monkey do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's already got too much in line with this motherfucker to say don't do it, bitch. Like, monkey see, monkey say, don't do it.
No motherfucking do it.
No motherfucker do it, y'all.
Mm.
Fuck that monkey and the pox that came with it, okay? They done got us with the COVID. Don't let them get you with nothing else, y'all, because let me just say this to you. People are still getting sick with the shot. I'm a witness. I've caught COVID since I've had the fucking shot. I've worked less because man, it's like, man, fuck you. Talking about come get the booster. And now when they be on set, they tell me, I got a booster for you. You get the fuck on. And I'm about to
because I got a booster for you too.
I did the 2 the fuck you said that I needed to do. Fuck your booster and fuck you too. That's where I'm at with it, because no, seriously, because people with the booster get sick. So what the fuck? It doesn't make a difference. If that shit gonna catch you, it's gonna catch you. You better hope you know what to do when it catch you, motherfucker. And that's all I'm gonna tell you. Have your garlic, your jinx, and your third flu, and stay the fuck away from people.
Yep.
That's all I can say, because I've gotten caught out there on 2 different times. I got caught where I had no symptoms, went to go get tested for work, and they was like, "Oh, you're positive." I felt dirty as a motherfucker. Positive for what? Positive for what? But it was no symptoms. My husband was sick, and he didn't tell me he didn't have no taste. But I'm like, nigga, you laying and you ain't got no taste. But don't nobody think about that as the first thing.
Yeah.
So it's just a very weird fucking moment in time that I don't want to be a part of anymore.
Right.
Because I feel like in life we living so much in what the fuck is happening. We're not living in what's happening and living in the moment to live.
Yeah.
And I see people that's sick going out. I was in the store one day and the bitch said, I'm hearing her talk on the phone to somebody talking about, yeah, well, everybody in the house is sick. And I'm looking at this bitch. I start slowly getting away from her ass at the store talking about, bitch, this is why people sick. Because your ass talking about, yeah, everybody in the house sick, but I had to come out and get groceries. Bitch, order in. Uber Eats. What the fuck?
Right.
But this is what we're dealing with. So there are people that will know they sick, but think because they got the mask on that they still being safe. And that's just the stupidest way to be. And that's why the shit is keep going viral. It ain't that. Then you got all these motherfuckers that migrated over here. We ain't checked none of they fucking status. Okay, so now you got monkeypox. No, we got monkey motherfuckers over here from all these countries that we don't know what the fuck is going on. It's combobulated to some shit y'all talking about monkeypox. We ain't got no monkeys in our motherfucking tree, so how the fuck we get monkeypox over here? In the last 6 months. That's all I'm saying. In the last 6 months, they done migrated all kind of motherfuckers from Ukraine to motherfucking. Come on, think about it. We done had all kind of people come over across this fucking border. They done want to build a wall. They want to build a wall for the Mexicans who've been helping us for years. Right. Now we done let all kind of motherfuckers over here that we don't even know who the fuck they is. We don't know who over here, and now we got monkeypox. So my problem, they talking about Trump coming back. That's what I got a problem with. They say.
What you hear about this? Hold on.
2024.
I heard that before, but that's back in the conversation.
Listen, they say we got 2 years, nigga, and it's happening too fast. These years of flying, these months is like, okay? And they got so much going on in these years, we can't be looking at who's coming through the back door.
Well,
Okay.
didn't Elon Musk just like do something with Twitter, buy Twitter, and
No, he tried to buy it, but he didn't want to spend all the money. He attempted to buy it,
he
and then
attempted.
when he realized how much it was, he had to back on off because he realized he can't. They ain't gonna give him that power unless he gonna give up more money. He don't want to give that up.
Right. And he was talking about freedom of speech and people saying that was connected to Trump and all this other kind of stuff. I was hearing about that. But
All I'm gonna say is this: where's Kamala?
Kamala
Whoever, KK.
Kamala Harris.
Why don't we see her like any other active assistant president? What's like really going on?
The last time I saw her was for damn, we talked about her. The Supreme Court justice.
She's giving behind the scenes.
That's all I'm saying. I just wanted somebody to say it out loud because I ain't so
Tanji, yes, right.
She really is. She is giving BS, like, you know, not of a good, but yeah, she's definitely giving I'm sorry, BTS, excuse me. She's giving BTS behind the scenes for sure.
But what I mean, when have vice presidents been? I don't know. I guess.
Wait a minute. Let me take it to you because Pence was doing a lot of walking and talking when Trump was around. Pence was flying
And
around.
so was Biden when Obama was around. They you always see them all. They were like
yeah.
It was like Batman and Robin.
Let me take you back. And then when the Kennedys, every president had the vice president doing a little bit more than what I've been seeing with my sister. And all I'm saying is that you was in the line with the skirt and doing the marching and the elbows and the dance. All that.
Not with the J setters.
So I'm just calling a spade what a spade is because right now in politics we are hurting. We should not be going backwards in so many things. And yeah, I'm putting on the ugly face because I want y'all to feel. That's how I'm feeling about the bullshit, right? Like we smell it, and it's not smelling really nice, right? And so
I saw the bullshit, but you know,
that's why we got to talk about it, people, because this is the problem. They said that people will die for perish because lack of knowledge, and because we don't conversate and keep those conversations about those certain situations, that we have to call them out. Because I want to know where you're at, Kamala. I need to see you more often. I need to see you besides at the reunion or the step party or when you was visiting the schools in the beginning. Because right now, a lot of things are happening in our communities on a regular.
And I don't see her.
I don't see her, but we done had so many shootings. Like Biden go to Buffalo. Why wasn't Kamala in Buffalo?
Let me tell you one thing. She was ready for the title, but not the responsibility and the backlash that came along with it. Obama was ready to be the first Black president because he knew what the backlash and the type of energy he was going to get, which was going to be all negative. He already had his armor on and prepared, and he had a strong Black woman to back him up.
Obama, let's look at the history of who Obama really is now that we know he's not president anymore. Okay, his family was in money. He's rich already. He's a wealthy man.
And related to the Bush.
Okay, well, I don't know about all that, but I heard, like you heard. We've all heard about
allegedly. I just gotta say allegedly.
Right. So I don't know about all that, but I do know he comes from his family. His father is wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
Not a impoverished Chicago, Detroit man as we thought he was, married to Obama, Michelle. Like we didn't think
Michelle is the truth.
Right. Yeah, she was a struggle. She had been the struggle. She had been through the She was the brains to me about what was right for the people and what wasn't right, and making a reform when she could and speaking for the people.
She did a lot of work. Like Michelle Obama as the first lady, like Kamala's not even doing half of what Michelle is doing.
That's what I'm saying, because they were in a position to be prepared to be the first. Mm-hmm. Kamala is in that
let me just say, when you run for something, when you run for it, you got to understand the responsibility. It's not okay. It's not okay. Let me just say this to you. I'm dealing with that now. It's not okay to get the seat and eat from the meat.
And that's what that's exactly what she said. She said, hey, look, I was the first to do this and I've done enough because I was the first.
Because I was the first.
Because I did that. That was my job, to be the first.
Well, no. Look,
That's what it looked like.
look.
That's how she acted.
No.
And that's what I said. I'm thinking, girl, this your opportunity. You supposed to be out there acting a fool for, being the first. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to take that and
Because
command
in
that.
case you're the
Let us
first and the
know.
last. Because in case you're the first and the last.
I know exactly. Thank
Do
you.
not
Thank
take this
you.
time in vain. Like,
Exactly.
it took a lot of people to get out to get your ass in that seat.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. It took a lot of people to go through a lot to make that happen. And right now, you're not showing up, sis.
Because
I said, look, let me look in the camera. You're not showing up, sis.
I mean, I feel like any other black person would be showing out right now. Like, bitch, I'm black and I'm in the White House and I'm vice president. Bitch, hey, like, you know what I'm saying? Come on, y'all. I'm black and I'm proud and I'm in this bitch. Ah,
You
she
can't
ain't
teach
giving me
that.
that attitude.
How
That
do
she
you
ain't giving
know
me
it's
that at
that
all.
for me, right? Because I can see why she doesn't come from that cloth, right? I'm not even gonna give her that, right? But there should be, right? Once you found out the HBCUs were having all these difficulties with the funding and all that, you are the vice president from a HBCU.
Right.
You know the difficulty that you went through as a black or mixed or whatever you were in that school demographic, whether you signed other or whatever freak. And now these things need to be changed so that we don't continue to let minorities come over into this country and have a free education that black people are not prominent to.
Right.
I'm tired of talking and marching, motherfuckers. I'm
And
tired of motherfucking acting like we don't know what the fucking problem is. Like, there are too many people that get put in position and then they gotta vote. It ain't no vote, nigga. No more vote. It's clear. Slavery was here. Okay. And 400 years of this fucked up trauma that we have to endure from the reconditioning of the old motherfuckers who still dealing with shit from their mothers and their grandmothers, and that shit is repeatedly, it's fucked up that we want to keep throwing our kids and say, bitch, I hope you can fish. Because if your mama didn't save you no money, which she might have didn't have a fucking chance to, because in her mind, she trying to figure this shit out too, like me. I'm trying to figure this shit out. Ain't no manual to being a mom. And ain't no motherfucking help for being one, because when society find out that you're a wife and a husband, they don't want to help you because they feel like you got to do, regardless of what training y'all got together. Y'all just said, fuck it, we ain't gonna fight alone, we gonna fight together. Right. And then you get condemned for that. So I'm ready to walk and talk to these motherfuckers in the White House because I know what's wrong with the system. I have seen this system and I see how you can work your motherfucking ass up from the time I was 13 motherfucking years old. Okay. And some people can't show you that. They can't show you their Social Security statement to show you how long they've been actually paying into this motherfucking government with that Social Security, you know what I mean? That Social Security number that we all have had to use. Right. And even when I lied and got mine at 13, right? Because that's how far it goes back. They were taking out taxes that I've been paying. Right? That we all have probably done having young jobs when we was having those summer jobs and all these different things that we had to pay once our Social Security number got attached to that W-2 form. And there were things that your parents couldn't get because you were doing these things or getting these things, and they got these any kind of substance or subsidy or whatever, welfare, whatever they gave us, right, to help us out. Really, they probably it helped some of us, but it also hurt some of us because some people made it a lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
There should have been a year or a certain amount of time that you got to get a certain amount of benefits. Like, all right, after this, we're going to put you through some programs, get you some education, help you with financial literacy. Like, help us with shit you know we don't know. Motherfuckers don't read. You talking about financial literacy, reading a contract. You don't start reading a contract till you get robbed, most black people. I'm stating facts right now. If y'all stop me when I'm wrong, please. I don't want to be right now. I want to be wrong like a motherfucker, but I'm learning that when you read it in the Bible, they say the people will suffer for lack of knowledge. All that stuff makes sense to me now. Like when I look like even though I'm not in the church, I studied the church, right? I learned the Bible as a child, right? They say as a child, you learn certain things, you don't go far from it because those things come back to you. Right. And in any religion you study, whether if you decide to be an atheist, it was something that led you to become an atheist. Right?
Yeah.
But everybody has something if you look at the law of the land, however it was written, whether you're a Muslim, whether you're a Jew, there are rules to wealth. There are rules to obtaining and maintaining wealth. And so much of us are so broken and don't feel there's enough room for us, right?
Right? That's very true.
That we don't allow us to work together. And that's what I feel like we all have to get to. Like we have it here, like us three, we come committed every Wednesday and try to make it happen, right? But how many people can you see in your life that you see that happening? I'm waiting for y'all to answer that. I'm ready.
Yeah, it's still, every man for themselves. But I do feel like, especially, I don't know what it's like in the South, because like I know in New York, I feel like, there's a lot of Black immigrants in New York, and I feel like they work together more. They have their community and they build their community. I feel like, in the Black African American, Black American, dominant areas, I feel like there is more of some places are not working together and some are. I mean, in the South, it seems like Atlanta's hot. Like they work together. And Apollo, you from Florida,
But see, this is the thing. When you say Atlanta and then you say the South, you gotta take Atlanta's in the South, but Atlanta is its own perspective within the South. Like even in the state of Georgia, there's nothing else that's like just the city of Atlanta. Then you have the rest of the state, which is literally backwoods, country, honky tonk town. You know what I'm saying? So even Florida is very different from Atlanta. People leave from these small other places that's in the country of Florida, Mississippi, whatever. And then they say, I'm moving to Atlanta. You would think that's like I'm saying moving to New York or LA, but you only moving 2 hours down the road. You know what I'm saying? So the South is very different and Atlanta's it's like we work together, but in a close fit. If you're not part of this club or clique, then that's just ain't in it. And it's very tight to get in. We only got a certain amount of room to sit at this table. And whoever's sitting at the table, sitting at the table. And if you're not at the table, you're trying to work at some point. Like the dance industry, that's how it is over there. If you ain't working for Sean,
right,
or maybe one other person, then you ain't working. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not but versus LA. It's a billion choreographers out here that you can work for.
Yeah.
So it's about a tight fit. And then more of the South, depending where you are when it comes to Black people, a lot of things are based on religion and family before really anything else.
But like I feel like LA, everybody has their own clicky thing, right? Because like if you come to LA, you feel like people come to LA and that you got to find your tribe, right? Because everybody has their own flow of things. But I feel like
in New York too. Like New York is like a lot of people went to high school with each other, or they grew up with each other. They came up in the same dance class or some shit like that. And if you're not from New York, you got to really work to.
New York, I feel, is based on skill. LA is based on opportunity. If you got skill, I'ma see your skill, and I'm be like, I don't even know you, Holmes, but you dope. Like the skill, everything. Yeah. Oh, you dope, but who you work for? That's LA. Or who have you worked for?
But see, they're gonna be like, okay, you got skills. Okay,
who
but
you trained under?
I still need to see that blood, sweat, and tears. It ain't that easy. Just you can have skill, you can have personality. But New York, you need to put in time. They're gonna see time and effort.
Yes.
Out here, if you got the right connection, you could suck. But it's like, bitch, you know she was dancing for such and such. Like
that's what I feel like the difference is here. Like I agree with Yaminah. Yeah. People have worked here and been here so long, and some people have never made it. Right?
Yeah.
So if you come, you're gonna have to motherfucking show that you gonna work, but you gotta outwork them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's somebody always coming, like where they say this is a big city dream. There's once you find your niche, right? Mm-hmm. It's up to you. People are waiting for it. Like it's a melting pot of opportunity.
That's why I'm the number one hustler. Ain't nobody.
Like I say, like even when you mean it with the dancing, like dance here, it's just like classes. Mm-hmm. We have such a turnover rate where people coming here looking for stuff to do. That's like a big thing.
Yeah, like I know with me teaching in New York, it's like I had to build my community. I remember my first master class when I moved from LA to New York. Nobody showed up, and I had a full class in LA. I had people flying from Japan and from South Africa to train with me in LA. You know what I mean? And then when I moved to New York, I had my first workshop and nobody showed up. And it was like I made flyers, I passed them out, all this stuff. But until people started seeing me everywhere, like, me being from LA, that's one thing about LA. Like, you learn how to hustle. Like, people think we just at the beach. No, when you're from LA, you don't go to the beach. Like,
right.
come in and take me to the fucking beach, okay? Like, in the hood, you don't drive, a school bus, you don't go to the beach. Now they got the train, so now you can get to the beach from the hood. But growing up, from my time, unless like your parents gonna take you, you ain't going out there. So you got
And LA is, I feel like people versus New York, like you said, you went out there. Here, people are more open to try out something. If they see it and they think it's cool, it's like, oh, I like her. You might not have a name, but they'll still come take your class because they're like, well, I want to see what she's about. I think she's cool, or I like her name, or this style sounds fun. They'll go to the not, but they're way more willing to try just to see something different. And like you said, in New York, it's like, well, I don't know her.
Yeah, even if you have a personality,
Who is she?
good personality, they don't give a fuck about.
Yeah, give a fuck. Yeah.
They don't give a fuck. You smile.
Hey, out here, it could literally, you could suck, but if your personality is dope, people will come to class.
They will come to class.
Period. Out here, you could be trash. Teaching is trash, but if you're bubbly and you make them feel motivated and you make them feel good, and yes, you're doing it. Go, yes,
Yep.
you're like they're on it. They're because it's out here. It's like lie to me. Basically, lie to me, make me feel like I'm a star.
Please don't lie to me. Please tell me the truth. Please help me be a better person. Please
New York is like
work. Please let me know my ass, not my ass literally, because my ass do needs to work, but like what I'm saying. But like to me, constructive criticism is an honest friend, right? Like somebody that's really trying to help you be better, not somebody just trying to get your money. Like I'll tell you what you need to hear. Just put that. Push Venmo, PayPal, whatever way. Like that doesn't help
you a dollar sign.
Right. That doesn't help. That doesn't help you as a creative to me, right? Because as a creative, you want people to really find your strong points. Like even when you're dealing with an agent as an actor, you got to know what you really reflect. If you're not a leading lady, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna work that way, and you're gonna be your whole life fucked up because you're not a leading lady. Right. Trying to find your lane that you really fit, that you can actually work and have consistent work and become a working actor, and then become such a great working motherfucking actor that you can become a lead or whatever the fuck, because now you have commanded the room, like Yaminah said. Like, I don't need you to know me, motherfucker. The agents know me. The people want to see me. Okay?
That's the difference when I would audition in New York. All I had to do was all my agent had to do was give my name. Like, they didn't give a fuck about my headshot. I mean, you gotta have a headshot, of course, but in LA, it's like you gotta have your headshot. They're gonna be looking at your headshot while you're auditioning. But in New York, it was like, oh, we just send over names. I was like,
and if your name has been in the buzz with like New York is big, but it's small. And if you one of them names, they feel like, oh, that's that girl that be. Oh yeah, I seen her. Somebody done seen you.
Yeah.
Somebody seen your work and want to see you. It will give you a chance to be seen again. That's what you need. You need a chance to be seen. And I feel like New York gives you a lot of exposure once you find your niche.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm learning as I'm learning to apply. You know what I mean? As an actor, like it's gonna take you a minute, but you'll find it, and then now you gotta find your rhythm.
You find your niche.
Yeah, and find your rhythm.
And you can get it. Like you can get it takes time and takes some years. It don't because like, there's different corners. But like in LA, like if you have a rhythm and you have it can probably work out a little faster for you on the West Coast than the East Coast. I feel like, it's still East Coast makes your skin tougher, and the West Coast makes you like in the industry it can make some people jaded because of the lie to me thing, like you said, Apollo, the whole lie to me situation. But I think when you truly know who you are, you can flourish anywhere you go. You know what I mean? And don't worry about, as long as you know what your rhythm is, you know what I mean? What your rhythm is, what you're marketing, what you're selling, what you do. Just make sure you stay on your purpose, whether you're on the East Coast or you're on the
West. Agree. Yes, Yaminah, your purpose and your plan, because everybody gonna get to where they going at different levels and different paces. But once you find and feel comfortable with that, then the miracle still happened. I believe that.
Living proof. Yaminah knows, because when I came out here, bitches was looking at me like, "What the fuck is that?" People was like, "What?" Like the way I dress, my hair, everything. Nothing about me made sense to anyone in LA. They was like, "Yo, long dress, your booty out. Like you masculine, but you also dancing heels. Like you, but you ratchet, but you look Abercrombie, but you ghetto, but you country." Like, it was just a lot going on. People didn't know how to take me. My agent never knew what to do with me. I was looking jobs, but without them. And they were always like, "Would you like us to represent you, bitch?" "No, I don't want you to take my 10%.
Right. Yeah.
For a job already booked. Like, but but other people would recognize it and they would be like, "You're different. I like it."
Yeah.
But you were coming in at a time where they couldn't even really put a name on it, right? The world wasn't as open as the LGBTQT and all of that community has opened up.
Different parts of Black culture and all of that.
Yeah.
Well, they definitely wasn't used to seeing a Black man in heels who wasn't wearing wigs and makeup.
Exactly.
That was like, it was like, "Oh, but you're not a drag queen?" "No, I just dance in heels. That's it. Like, I just know how to dance like a
right.
I find my pussy and dance with it." Like,
that part.
Yeah, so it was very.
But also having a voice in that, because the community was always not really having a voice. Where now there's a whole agency that caters to that community. Like there's more work when you do audition now, just in casting, where it's like specifically
looking for that perspective. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's very true.
So and so, you being you and so many others have opened the door where there's room where people want to see people that look like them and that they can relate to and feel comfortable being them. And it's okay. And that want to have my beard and wear my stilettos when I dance, because I got the body, and like you said, I like to put my poop on. However you want to call it. Like I told the guy the other day, I learned about Pujani on Noah's Ark. Remember that movie?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love Noah's Ark. Like that was such an education for me. No, seriously, like I thought I knew gay people because I had gay friends. I didn't know shit till I was watching Noah's Ark. Okay.
Yeah.
Noah's Ark had informed the bitch, like, "Oh bitch, no, you knew what they was doing." No, you don't know nothing. You don't even know the world of just people that. There was so much acceptance in that show, right? Yeah. There was a world where you got to see how a woman could be with a man that she knew wanted to be with other men. There was so many layers in there, right? And it had you respect it from a different perspective and not be so fucking judgmental.
Yeah.
More of a love perspective, and what they were attracted to wasn't about you. It wasn't about me per se. It was like, look at this day life and look at it from their window and stop being your closed ass window.
Right. Yeah. Well, you heard it here at the Red Light Special Live, y'all.
Well, we keep it 100.
We keep it 100 over here, y'all. We keep it 100. We keep it entertaining. Make sure that you tune in with us on Wednesdays, because Wednesdays we making it a fun day. You can follow Miss Trina Be Real.
We drinking water.
Yeah. Mr. Apollo Sadiq. Keeping it on. You can follow
keeping it cute.
Keeping it cute. You know what I'm saying? We all running our businesses and doing what we got to do, building that Black excellence. That's what it do, y'all. That's what we do. So
that's what we do. And listen, let me tell you something. There is no time but right time is be you.
Yep. Exactly.
There's no mistakes to it. You're gonna change when it's time to change. You're gonna grow when it's time to grow.
Yep.
You heard it right.
Planting your seeds and watering your flowers.
Yes, exactly. There it is.
All right, we see you next week. Thank you so much for tuning in. We out. Sex, love, and relationships with tips you don't want to miss. Keeping it sassy with all the swag. Don't you want to kiss? Wednesday hump day, we're making it a fun day. You don't have to hit it rough. From the West Coast to the East Coast, let me see you throw it up. Stop by, drop a like, and we'll